Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. And today we are continuing from where we stopped. And last time we talked about handwork, and that is what we're going to continue with today. We talked about knitting, and I showed 3 techniques on how to cast on your yarn onto your knitting pin. Today we are starting from there again, but I'm using one of the techniques, and that is what we're going to do. We're using one of the techniques and also knitting. Learn how to knit. Learn how to cast on and knit at the same time. So we're doing both together, but we're using one of the techniques that I showed in my first video. Right, this is the ball of yarn we're going to use. Yeah, and this is our pin, size 4 again. I like size, this is 4.5, sorry, this is 4.5. all right, okay. I like size 4, 4.5. It depends on how chunky you want your knitting to be, or how tight you want your knitting to be. So, but today we're going to use 4.5, and this is the ball of yarn we're using. So, as I said before, and I will say again, do as if you want to tighten your yarn, and you put your thread around like that, then you put your pin through and bring out the thread. That is it on your knitting pin. Then you tighten it up, and you pull this side and that side to tighten your thread or your yarn on your knitting pin. That is where we're starting from. And now your hand, you are using this index finger, and that is the only one you are using. The rest you are using them to become a tension on the thread. Now this is what you are going to do. Hold your thread with your 3 finger and your thumb on it to control how the thread or the yarn will come through as you go. Then your index finger is what to use, and it is the one that will be at work. Now you wrap your yarn around your index finger, and that is your pin. You come through the loop, you release your index finger and you pull. Come around again, put your pin through the loop and release your finger, then you tighten it up. Come around again, put your pin through and pull. Yeah, that's what you do. Put your pin through and pull. Put your pin through and pull. It depends on what you are knitting. Is it a shawl? Is it a scarf? Is it a bed cover? Is it a chair cover? Is it anything that you want to knit? Is it a jumper? Could be any of those. So depending on what you want to knit, that would tell you how much you want to put, how much casting on you want to do on your knitting pin. But today we're not going to do so much, because we just want to learn how to cast on with one of the techniques I showed before, then how to knit. So this is it. We've cast on enough that will show us how to knit for today. And my second knitting pin is here. So what we are going to do is this a pin, and this is the one we're using, and we're putting this through the other one, putting it through the first of the casting on that we've done on our knitting pin. I will show you again. That is how it is. Then we'll need to hold the pin together so that it will not come off. Then the yarn that is attached to the ball of yarn is the one that will be at work, because that is the one that will help us to make what we need to make. Now what we'll do now is to bring your yarn or your thread around your knitting pin, the one under. Then you try and guide your pin out. Let me do it again. You put your pin through the loop. We hold it together, the pin together, and you put your yarn around the pin under. Then you guide it out of the loop. Then they are together. The loop is on the one on top, on the knitting pin on top. Then you try and guide it so it come off. Now let's do it again. Put your pin through the loop, the second loop, wrap your thread around your pin, the one under, then guide your pin out and remove it from there. That is 2, sorry. Then another one, you put your pin through, wrap your yarn around and guide your pin out, and remove it from the left hand side pin. Then you wrap your yarn around the pin at the bottom, then you guide it out to bring out a loop from the loop, and that is it. Wrap your yarn around and guide your pin to get out, then you take it out. Then that is how you make it, and let's go. By the time you master this, you will be flying. By the time you master this, you will be flying. And there are other techniques. The rest of the techniques I show in my first video. If you watch it, you will see it. And by the time you get to know and get to master it, you will be flying with your knitting. It will just be as if a machine is the one doing the knitting for you. It is therapeutic. It is so good for young ones and for older ones too. That's the tail. You leave it alone, let it be. Then you come around again, put your pin through your yarn that is attached to the ball of yarn, wrap it around your pin, take it through, and that is how it is. And it is so easy. It will lose a little bit when you get to the second line. It will make it fun for you, make it easier for you to go through the loop and bring out the loop onto the other pin in the other hand. And that is how you go about it. It makes it fun and easy. You can knit this, you can do this while watching your TV in the evening when you come back from work, or you want to concentrate on doing it to make hats for children, for adults, for yourself, to make scarf for children, to give it to children, give it as a gift, make it for yourself, make for friends, and also make for sale. Yes, you make jumper, you make hat, you make scarf, you make bed cover, you make body warmer, many ways, many things that you can knit. You can knit, and it will be so beautiful. And if you are giving it as a gift, wow, it will be so appreciated by those who you give it to. Look at that. So our knitting is growing, isn't it? It is growing. So by the time you master it, you can knit without even looking. You can knit without even looking at what you are knitting. You'll be chatting away and you'll be knitting. Chatting away and you'll be knitting, which is so lovely. I do enjoy my knitting so much. And what is more, wherever I go, I can pack this, because this is small knitting pin. I can pack it in my bag and continue my knitting in the bus when I'm sitting wherever I go. If it is not that I've gone to visit anyone, I'll just be there. If I go to see my GP, that's what I do. Put it in my bag and continue my knitting there. It's a lovely thing to do. And by the time you know it, if you don't pay too much attention to it as you knit, before you know it, you are done. Before you know it, you are done. You finish your scarf, you finish your hat. You just have to need to join it together, and the scarf is ready, the hat is ready. Yeah, so you can see that our knitting is growing, and that is how it will grow and grow. You can use it to make belts. Yes, knitting, you can use it to make belts. That's what I used to make when I was young. I would make belts. We make different things from it, and then we use something else, not knitting pin. So that is how it is. Yes, our knitting is growing, and that is it. We'll continue like that. It will grow longer and longer and longer. Then we have a scarf, small belt, that we can attach to something else, and it will become so beautiful when we wear it. Our friends will ask you, where did you get this from? You said, I make it myself. Sometimes they will ask you to make for them. Sometimes you make and sell, like I said before. So it's a good way of spending our evening if you work, or spending our morning if you don't go to work early in the morning. You can do this before you get ready to go. You can do it in the afternoon. You can do it at any time. You're in the bus, you're in the coach, traveling from one place to the other. Before you know it, you will finish whatever you are knitting. And that is a lovely thing about it. So, thank you so much for coming, for watching my channel. And what is going to be is that next time, we're going to show something else that we can use our hands for. Yes, that we can give as a gift, and we can sell to make residual income, which will make us happy. It will make others whom we give them to happy, and we will be happy too doing it. So thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate your being here. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. Please put a like on it if you like it, and if you like, you can subscribe to my channel, and we'll be coming once in a week to show what we can do with our hands, and so many more. I have other things that I'll be showing, but this is one of them, and this will be coming once in a week, and many other things on the other days. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate your coming and your time. Have a good day, and we'll catch up next time. Bye.